a big hit. If I had known you guys wanted to come on the weekends, we would have stopped the Wednesdays and Thursdays a long time ago.
Yeah, and you came out in this weather. I usually never, ever leave the house now in this kind of weather unless I'm wearing a dress.
Well, it's true. I mean, you look fabulous. I said to her when she walked on the set, I go, we probably should have talked about costume tonight.
Right.
Because Christine's coming here to do the first segment, and then she's dashing off to do something fancy.
Benefit, yeah.
And I couldn't put enough clothes on before I left the house because it was so cold outside.
Yeah, so this is a strong crowd.
Yeah,
coming
yep,
out.
absolutely. For those of you watching on the video audience when this is done, it was 19 degrees this morning. It's more like 11 right now in New Jersey, and we have a foot of frozen snow on the ground. It snowed a week ago. It's awful.
I did an army crawl to get in here. I did.
She changed her. Christine says it wouldn't be a good episode if she didn't show up and irritated.
Oh wait,
she walked
every time I walk in, I'm irritated about like carrying my own bags, not having a roadie, not having like.
We have a roadie, so if I had found my phone, I would have told you to wait for Chris.
Oh, okay.
We have a Chris. Not this Chris, our other Chris.
Great.
All right.
Fantastic.
Here we are. New
Here we are.
This is it.
We're going to have a great, great show for you today. And I'm just going to jump in.
She's going to jump in. She's going to make us some mocktails. And let's talk about what a mocktail is.
Yes.
And the trendiness of drinking, not drinking. I'm going to leave it to Christine because she's definitely the expert on
I am
mocktails.
So ready, and I'm so passionate about drinks. I'm passionate about the alcoholic drinks. I'm passionate about the mocktails, and I'm passionate about something that just looks pretty. And when we were talking about what this episode is, it's about calm. It's about relaxation. It's about resetting your nervous system through food and beverages. And the only beverage I really drink right now that is an alcoholic beverage is mezcal. It is because it goes through your blood system much quicker. It's digested by the liver much faster. It doesn't really stay in there, and it gives you a bit of a kick. So I've been able to kind of get everything else out unless there's a pink champagne. I hear pink. I can hear it, smell it from like a mile away.
It's true. It's like you're a vegetarian until there's prosciutto.
Absolutely. And
all bets are off.
I don't know how anyone else feels, but it's hard to sometimes not drink. At least for me, it's the people you're around. You have some people that drink. You have some people that don't. You have some people that push you to drink. You're around family members that drink. If you don't drink, they want to know why you're not drinking. And sometimes you want to drink because you're feeling activated. And I've tried for years to find something that made me feel as good as maybe having an unwind drink. And I haven't, but I have discovered I'm not attached to any of these products here, but I'm going to.
Unless you want to sponsor the show. And
of course, if you want to sponsor the show, we're all for it.
We'll support you wholeheartedly if you want to come on as a sponsor.
Yes. And these bottles are just as expensive or more than regular alcohol.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you think when you stop drinking, you're going to lose weight. That didn't really happen. And you're going to save a little money in the wallet. And no, I just was trying to find what works. And these are some of the products I really like. I always first start with a base, and we'll get to that in a moment. And here's some products. If you're looking for an adaptogenic, you hear everything about mushrooms now, about it helps with your mind. This is a drink over here called Little Saints, and they have Saint Ember. And I like it. I just don't, it's lovely if you want something adaptogenic. It didn't make, if I'm being honest, it didn't make me feel really anything, not good nor bad, but maybe I was a little more alert. Or would be better at a crossword puzzle.
Do you want to run us through kind of like what an adaptogen is? Because I think you use that word and I use that word.
Thrown it around like everyone
Yeah,
knows.
but not everybody knows what that is.
You're right. So adaptogenics are things like this. So you have sleep drops if you don't want to take a sleeping pill or if you want to relax. Everyone's doing gummies. But this is an adaptogenic. Most of them all come from plant-based. So you have your valerian roots. You can have a lemon balm. You can have kava. You can have lavender, ashwagandha. These are all roots and herbs that are supposed to give the effect of whether you want to feel activated or you want to feel calm. And here's my other, lemon balm is an adaptogenic. I swear by this more than anything. I unfortunately have a thing where heights sometimes are very uncomfortable for me, and it was hard to go over bridges, but I was hired to go over the bridge to New York City to make juice and do things. And if I took lemon balm, it just would take the edge off of my central nervous system. So when you get nervous, it's not just all in your head, it's in your body, and there's a reaction. And I don't know where it comes from.
I
don't
had the
know.
pleasure of both an escalator
Oh,
and the Pacific Coast Highway,
and I didn't
with
have
Christine.
that.
And she didn't, but she was on the floor of the car. I mean, she is terrified of heights.
And Kelly was driving. I'm not just going to be rude, but she looked like she had a wet bar in between us. And she was doing
I want you to understand, this
driving.
is me driving. Woo! This is like a BMW
making a drink.
commercial.
There's a lipstick and all. I'm like, focus. I was so mean because I was scared. And if you take some of these adaptogenics, and you'll see which work, and most of them are just very, very safe, it calms you down the way a Xanax would. But really, we're holding on to our breath, and we're so, like, when you don't have enough oxygen, you're stressing your body out like you're in a fight or flight. And when I've used, whether it's lavender, but really the lemon balm, within minutes, I just feel more relaxed and I feel like I have more breath.
Yeah.
So that's really what an adaptogenic is, and I love it.
That's the part of alcohol that everybody loves, right? You have a glass of wine,
Yes.
you start to unwind, you start to relax. But what you don't love is 5 glasses of wine, you can't remember the rest of the night, and you woke up thinking that you maybe slammed your head in some sort of vice. And as you get older, that's worse, by the way.
Yeah,
when you were younger,
true.
you can recover so much easier.
You're so true. And it's always the first drink feels really good. By drink number 3, I'm probably saying something I don't want to say. I'm either really loose, or I might be telling you how I really feel. And, you know, alcohol takes, and I know this because I was a bartender because I thought bars could be so much better. And I wanted to have a scratch bar, which means make it from scratch. Nobody believed in that. And the guy I worked for is like, if you want a bar, get your own goddamn bar. I'll never forget it. And he slammed the door in my face, and he was an alcoholic. And I didn't like working the bar scene because people would get drunk, and there was a lot of things that I saw. In fact, I had a customer call the cops on me, I swear to God, which the police, I guess, what would you call it? The police station, but I wanted something fancier. I was thinking like
wait a minute.
like the police.
What do you call it? The precinct? That's a good.
It was on the top.
I mean,
precinct.
it was a small town. I'm not sure they have
They
precincts.
don't.
We'll go with that. We'll go with
Like
that.
everybody knows who. It was such a small town. It was Riverside, and
Exactly.
the cops came because the guy called on me because I wouldn't serve him anymore.
This lady won't give me another drink. Come get her.
And I was always nervous that your customers are going to drink and drive. So one good drink is great, maybe 2, but you want to pace it out because it takes 20 minutes for your body to know that you had a drink. And if you drink a drink fast, it doesn't hit you. And then the second one came in, and I've seen her on an apple martini. I had to drive her to work with a Coca-Cola.
I'm not good on vodka. I'm fine. I'm obliterated. And somewhere between the I'm fine and obliterated, there might be a bar fight. I could flip a table. Anything could happen.
She is your person for protection.
But it's just vodka. Everything else I'm fine.
Vodka, it's bottom line.
Whiskey.
Well, vodka is actually a downer.
It's terrible.
So being a bartender, and then I became a juice girl, which means I owned a juice bar and I made everything from scratch. But when I would go be a bartender, women would cry on these vodka martinis.
It's because vodka nights are sad.
Right.
It's a sad thing.
But if you have an espresso martini with the vodka, you want to beat everybody up.
Yeah.
And then you hate your husband, you hate your boyfriend.
Everybody hate everybody.
Right? So I'm going to try and show you something that whether you drink or don't drink,
this will help you relax.
This will help you relax. And it's somewhat easy if you have the ingredients. So this right here is a lavender brew. I used to call it lavender lemonade in the summer. Right now in the winter, it's getting into Valentine's Day. If you open it, it is intoxicating like you're in France. I know. The leaves are organic. The leaves are from Provence, France. It smells so good. You
have to be prepared for it. So if you've never had any of the floral things in your drinks or in your food, your initial response will be soap. Because that's where
that's a really good point.
Yeah, so you have to be ready for that and kind of process that, because the bouquet of lavender or rose, and they're doing all kinds of things, kind of infusing drinks with this, really elevates what's happening. And also you get the benefits of it.
You get the benefits, and I call it like a contact high. Not only do you have color therapy because the color is so beautiful, it puts you in the mood of love, but when you smell that, you have that sensory of this bouquet of lavender, and it is very true.
It does feel like you're in the like if you took a whiff of this jar right now, you could be walking in the fields of lavender.
So when I make this, it makes my house smell really beautiful, puts me in a good mood, and I add pink pitaya. It's really hard to get pink pitaya unless you're in Nicaragua or you're somewhere in the Amazon. So
Did we get it in Arizona?
yes, well,
Yeah.
we had prickly pear.
Prickly pear, that
which is
was.
lovely,
Yeah, that
which
was
would
fun.
work because that also has a pretty color. But I got the frozen organic pitaya, which gives it a nice color. And butterfly pea flower is that beautiful, beautiful. You could put it in a powder or a tea, and it gives it this other beautiful color. So that's what in here. And I put a little bit of lemon because lemon always keeps it fresh. All I did was put that in a pot, and I kind of steeped it. I let it set for hours, right?
Like a tea.
And then I strained it. So you get like a strainer, but I need industrial equipment because it was bigger. And then you let it cool. And then I'm not about sugar. I don't like
She's not using any coloring in this, by the way, guys.
No, this is all natural.
Is blue.
Yes.
Pitaya is pink.
Right.
It makes a beautiful, this is what it makes. Makes this beautiful magenta color. So
and it's color therapy. And now I know when I was in 2nd grade and they gave us crayons, I'd color in my whole homework because I love colors. So it is color therapy. And to keep it, so it's not a lot of sugar, I just went to our friends over at Mystical Blossoms and they make a lavender authentic honey.
Yeah, it's good.
And to make a simple syrup, I just added half a cup of water and a few tablespoons of the lavender honey, and I just made it into a simple syrup, let it cool, poured it in, did it a few more times. I added some real vanilla, and that's all. And then you can also at the end put a little bit of a therapeutic grade lavender essential oil.
Now, don't go buying this at like Costco.
No.
And it's the stuff that you can put in the diffusers and the rings around your light bulbs and stuff like. No. You don't want to eat that. You don't want to ingest
It has to be therapeutic grade.
Yeah.
And this is
you
Young
make
Living.
Sure you can eat it. A Young Living,
Absolutely.
you can, yes.
You can. So that's how I made the brew. And then it's up to you. Look at me rhyming over here.
There you go.
It's the brew. It's up to you what you want to feel like. So we have right over here where you're going to have the adaptogenic of the mushrooms. This is where I got really fun with these products. I wanted to feel, what can I feel like? Over here, Drome is my favorite product thus far. It is so good. Look how much I drank.
What is it?
Drome is a product that has adaptogenics and it's got spice and it's got some grapefruit in it.
Oh, what do you use it with?
Well, I use it for my first drink. So if I want to feel up,
what do you mix with it?
I can make it with this. You can put it however you make a cocktail. I like this if you want to feel not tired but up. Maybe your first cocktail. I went to Mercantile 1888 is in Collingswood, and that's how I discovered this.
And now, are they a dry bar?
They are a complete dry bar.
Yeah. So it's just so you guys know, like this is a movement that's happening now. These dry bars where there's no alcohol in the bar for a couple different reasons. A lot of people are kind of keeping alcohol out of their lives, and also cannabis is legal. So a lot of people who were drinking, stopped drinking, started doing cannabis because it's legal, and now they want to have the social aspect of a bar, but they don't want to drink alcohol because 1, it's going to kill their buzz, and 2, it's a lot harder to recover from alcohol the next day than it is from cannabis. So these dry bars are just popping up.
They're popping up, but you need to know what you're doing because you can try something and the next thing you know, you're adding too much. So maybe this did keep me up to 1 o'clock in the morning my first time, my first try, because I had 2 and they were so good.
So it's it relaxes you, but it
does not
brings you. Oh, it doesn't.
I felt that my mood just felt like I had a real cocktail. I wasn't tired, but I wasn't amped. I just felt good. If you want to be amped, whoo!
What's that?
Buzz Bomb. Buzz Bomb has caffeine in it.
Now, where do you purchase all these?
I purchased almost all of these. I purchased almost all these at 1888 in
Mercantile.
Mercantile. You can also go to
Is that Drew's place?
No, Drew's place is over in Pittman, and that is Gem Life Bar.
Yeah.
And then we have our friends over. So Gem Life is in Pittman. Mercantile 1888 is in Collingswood. I should be looking at the camera, not you.
Well, that's
Mercantile 1888 in Collingswood. And our friends over at Mystical Blossoms is Marlton. So you can purchase these bottles or online. This Buzz Bomb, I did 1 drink of this, which was Drome, and then because I was at Mercantile, and then I had another, like a tasting of Buzz Bomb. I went swimming that day because I used to be a swimmer. I swam so fast. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? But it was what I drank.
Yeah. So you know, if you're adaptogen curious, let's call it that, and you really want to check these places out, there are some great resources. You can email Goddess of Wellness, hit her up on Instagram, or me. I'll be happy to share some places with you because they're new and fun and trendy.
They're new and
why not?
Fun.
Go check them out.
They're great, right?
It's like all the drinking and all the fun without the hangover, which is cool.
Absolutely. Now, what do we do when we want to come down a bit? Like we've had a hard day and we want to relax a little bit. I like the Drome. This one is to, I would like say, take you down a few notches, like before bed, a couple hours before bed. I really, really enjoyed this.
Now, which one's that?
This is still Drome, but this to me is the relaxant one. So there's one that's an upper and there's one that's more of a relaxer, like where I want to feel like I had 2 glasses of wine.
Dayquil, NyQuil.
I didn't rehearse them. Wow, that's so smart. And the other thing I realized is who doesn't want to be giggly like, oh, I just had a glass of wine. I just feel so good.
We're obviously not doing dry January here.
No, I did. I did till I went to Mexico. I did.
This all started with, hey, let's talk about dry January because, you know, people like
I did it. I did it until I went away.
But then we like to call it like damp January.
Damp.
So you're not like totally. It's a miss.
It's a miss, and we're you know, exploring. I found this product, and this is a kava product, and you're welcome to come up here
and there's kava bars too. And you know, once we break for the next segment, you guys can certainly ask questions, and Christine will give samples of what the juices and the mocktails that she's making. And if you like the mocktail and you want to add some alcohol to it, go see Ilya in the back. He's got plenty of alcohol for you. He'll give you a shot of alcohol to put in any of these.
Yeah, but listen, we're not here to judge anybody. We're just here to educate, and this is what we do at our own houses. Usually, if she comes over, she gets a real authentic cocktail. But I
don't do dry January.
No, and I never thought I really could, and I never really wanted to. I've tried, I've experimented, but as I really want to get into my health, I just wanted to let go of the attachment of anything I have, like, oh, I really need a glass of wine or something to whatever it is. So I wanted to explore. When I tried this, I was shocked I found something that made me giddy.
Well, they have kava bars. Have you been to one of those?
No, I wouldn't.
They have one.
They don't have them around here.
They have one in Philly.
Okay, well then.
Yeah, so that's kava?
It's kava, and it makes you feel giggly and flirty. So I was talking to a man that was not batting for my team. And I told him, I said, I was like, I did one of these. I'm like, I just feel so giggly. He goes, hon, you're in the wrong direction. I said, no, I wasn't looking at you, but I felt the feeling I've always wanted was that feeling. So kava for me just made me feel giggly. So if you want to go out for a few hours, you have something where you feel more alert and good. And then my second drink was kava, and I felt, I feel pretty and giggly and like I felt all of that.
That's why she wore that hair like that. That's perfect.
Great.
Well, you were gonna wrap up with West Side Story. This is great. So, New Year, New You. Christine and I talked about this. Maybe you're going to look into some adaptogens this year. Maybe you're going to try and dry out. And, you know, you don't have to do dry January. You can do a dry.
Oh my God,
you can do a dry 3 days.
Ridiculous.
Maybe you're going to try things that relax you, like lavender.
A little bit of.
But that's the point. You can do your own. I don't say that I'm doing dry January because when I need to stop drinking, I just stop drinking. I don't, you know, if I need to clean out for a couple of weeks, which happens often because I have a very social life and I drink a lot.
Look, someone's popping bottles back there.
And sometimes I just have to stop drinking. Or I want to stop drinking.
This is great.
So Christine's going to introduce us to a few mocktails. We're going to wrap this up. And we are here for New Year, New You. Let it be relaxing, but give you options for how to relax well and healthy.
Okay.